It can't be. Another vile trick.
It was me. I did that. How?
This was my gift to you. Power is not created. It merely changes from one form to another. Their pain becomes your might. Their suffering furthers your glory.
I don't understand. Who are these people?
Arnell Hallowleaf and his wife, Emily, once. They were among the most fanatical of my sister, Seluna's followers. But for years they have been here, resisting my embrace, just as I wished them to. Their wrong-headed resolve allowed me to shape you. But I need not tell you. I can show you. It is time to remember. Time to remember everything.
You find yourself thrust into Shadowheart's mind, but it's different than before. There's more than you or she can comprehend. A flood of restored memories, finished thoughts, revealed secrets.
I remember it all. I remember them. My parents. What have you done to them?
We, child. We did this to them together. My power and your will.
Jennifer? Jen? Is that you? Why you look so tall?
It's not her, Em. It's just another trick. Another way to hurt us.
It's me. I'm Jennifer.
Jennifer is no more. She never left those dark woods. It was Shadowheart who emerged. This woman gave birth to you. But I made you. I am your mother. A sacrifice is not a sacrifice if it has no meaning. This is the final step. Snuff out the last embers of your old life so that you can finally be who you were meant to be. Kill them. For me. Then I will take the memories away from you again. Loss will heal you, and you will be my right hand at last.
They're my parents. I don't know if I can.
You can. You must. Do you remember your training, child? I know you do. All the times you stood in this room, wondering why this pair seemed so familiar. All the times you honed your skills on them, they remember everything. The pain, the pleading, their torturer wearing their daughter's face. End their nightmare. Give them peace.
What's right? Have I ever known what that truly is?
Do your duty. This one final trial. Then you will be whole.
No! You've already brought me to what I need. My family. My real family.
Don't anger her, Jen. Just get out. Save yourself.
I am saving myself. I'm leaving this place. And I'm taking my parents with me.
So much was done to mold you. And still you turn your back on me for two strangers that you share blood with. Go then. Leave. The dark will still be waiting, but keep some memories as a parting gift. You learned so much, applying your skills to these two. Now you can remember it all, whenever you look upon their faces.
I did that. How did I do that to them? So many times.
You showed great promise, but no more. When the darkness finally comes for you again, it will not be my welcoming embrace. It will be a hungry more than nothing. Farewell.
I hurt you both. So much. Gods forgive me.
There is nothing to forgive. You did what was necessary to survive.
And you came back to us. What more could a mother want?
Will be. Once we get clear of this place.
Do what you need to, Jen. We can follow your trail. Once we've rested a little. The Moon Maiden still guides us.
Everything that's happened. Shah. My parents. It's almost too much to take in. Give me a night to try and get my head together. Most are lost forever. Some may creep back into my mind if I encounter anything that helps clear the fog. Then there's what Shah did restore to me. Memories of pain, suffering, both my own and what I inflicted. It's overwhelming. Like a lifetime's worth of nightmares unleashed all at once upon waking. I can barely untangle one moment from another, not that I even want to. I just know that my heart sinks if I let my thoughts wander to them. Shah seeks to break people, to fill their lives with despair so that they will turn to her for relief. Perhaps she thought this would lead me back to her in time. But it won't. I fought too hard to win my freedom. I will not give it up again, no matter how much it hurts. Perhaps. But in the meanwhile, I'll just have to find a way to live with them. Yes. But it's not an easy subject to broach. Those bad memories, they're filled with my parents' faces, their cries of pain. But perhaps it will help, if I can clear the air. Of course. From the first time I laid eyes on you right until now. That's all safe. I wouldn't surrender even a moment of it. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up? You're someone I can actually turn to when I don't know what to do.
I think things will be better now that we've talked to Shadowheart. Much time was lost, but no more. Now we can be there for our daughter. Now this old lady will be getting in the way in your fine camp, I'm afraid. Don't worry. I shall pull my weight and help how I can. After so long in captivity, it feels good to use my hands again. Old. I was a young woman when they seized me. Anel and I hoped Jen would be joined by siblings. But that dream's gone now. And there's a stranger in the mirror. But I still have my teeth. That first apple was worth the wait. We are a small family. Smaller than I hoped for. But we are whole again. Such cruel, pointless words Shah forces upon your lips. Leave me. I won't have my joy spoiled by her porn. Leave me. We have nothing more to discuss, Sharon.
I need a moment for the two of us.
I'm starting to feel like my old self again. And Shadowheart, has been able to unbottle some of the feelings that Shah denied to her. A great deal of damage was done to our family, but we can still heal. My wife will need care. I wish to find somewhere quiet, close to nature, where the sun can warm us and the moon can watch over us as we sleep. And Shadowheart, too, may wish to join us, perhaps, once she's helped you put down this absolute threat. I've gleaned enough from word around this camp to know you're more than capable. You will prevail. Of course, Only a fool would alienate his child over a name. Shadowheart must determine her own path. That is what the Moon Maiden teaches. Still, I am unused to it. I can only hope she forgives a slip of the tongue now and again, until I adapt. I am. But with Seluna's guidance, I learned how to control the beast long ago. I only let it loose again when my family was threatened. Unfortunately, I was unable to stop what befell us, as neither elf nor wolf. I'm sorry, but what happened in that room, that must stay within the family. Just know that we endured and are grateful for your help. Seluna's blessings to you.
Shadowheart, may Seluna guide you as always, my daughter. Only you can say. It seems your father and I have returned to a world in turmoil, and I sense you have a part to play in righting things. We shall remain here at camp and continue to recover what strength we can. Then, perhaps, when all is said and done, we can be a family again. Better in a sense. But you may need to prepare yourself, daughter. Shard took a great deal from me, and time will eventually take the rest. Sooner than you or your father would like, perhaps. I knew this, even when I first fell for your father. He is destined to outlive me, as are you. Shed no tears. We've been blessed with a second chance, and who is to say how long we'll have? More than I ever hoped for, certainly. We must not live in fear of loss. That is not truly living. Just one. Take care of yourself. I know you have more struggles yet to come out there, but I do not want to lose my daughter so soon after I found her again. Shadowheart, I hope all is well, my dear.
Shadowheart. Pardon. It warms my heart to see you. I had promised you we would catch up once I'd rested. Perhaps there's something you wish to ask about? You were to come of age that night, left alone in the woods and using only Seluna's guidance to find your way back to us. But you were not alone in the woods. We caught a Sharan spy near our village and learned that his accomplices sought to abduct you. I had to find you, to bring you home, and I had to do it quickly. In my haste, I made a terrible mistake. I took on my wolf form to cover the ground more quickly, and it worked. I followed your scent and reached you before the Sharans could. But when I found you, you did not see your father rushing to save you. You only saw a wolf hunting you in the darkness. I should have told you of my curse before that night. Then everything would have been different. You panicked, and before I could explain, the Sharans found us. Father and daughter, wolf and prey. They took us both. When I awakened, you were gone, but your mother was with me. They were spiriting us away to the city, hidden and bound. That should have been the day you came of age and into the Moon Maiden's teachings. Instead, the Sharans used us to teach you different lessons. Painful lessons. The Moon Maiden's blessings are many. She taught me to control the curse, but she could not teach me to control my paternal instincts. The failing was mine. You must not blame yourself. You were a child. Your mother and I were supposed to protect you. We grew complacent, underestimated the depths of Shah's bitterness, the fanaticism of her followers. But perhaps this was always meant to be. Perhaps the Moon Maiden's path was merely longer for you than we knew. A name is nothing. Your happiness is what matters. Just forgive your father the occasional slip of the tongue. I will adapt, given time. Well, it depends. Do you find yourself more hirsute at certain times? Craving warm flesh? Actually, no. Spare your father the answer to that. I am a lycanthrope, but your mother is not. It was a toss of the coin to determine if you inherited that side of me. If you have not changed after all this time, I believe you're safe. I've heard enough about this absolute threat to understand it cannot be ignored. Your mother and I can wait until you prevail, and I know you will. Beyond that, your mother will need my care, and yours too, if you wish to join us. Somewhere quiet, close to nature, where the sun can warm us, and the moon can watch over us as we sleep. Are you sure, Shadowheart? Picking at old wounds may not serve any purpose. Very well. But I shall not wallow in ugly details. That is what they would have wanted. To have let their physical torments live on in our spirits. I will not allow that. They had you use us for practice. All the techniques that the Sharans held pride in. Trickery, interrogation, torture. They even had you, our own daughter, try to convert us. The worst part was not anything you did to us, it is what they had done to you. You didn't recognize us. Those eyes I'd wiped tears from now looked at me like a stranger. I feared I would give in then. But your mother's strength bolstered me. She never gave up calling you daughter, no matter what you said or did. We were still a family in that room, suffering, enduring, but we did not give up. Your mother and I swore we would see the look of recognition in your eyes once again. And we did. Both. They mocked you before our eyes. They said it would discipline you for straying, while extending our torment also. Not just with the pain, but with the knowledge that every time we felt it, your true self was being punished for trying to break through their indoctrination. Knowing you were out there still was enough to sustain us. And you are stronger than us both, daughter. We merely had to endure. You had to choose your path. One that brought you back to us at last. Don't be. Knowing you were out there gave us the strength to hold on. And you returned to us, just like you were supposed to all that time ago. Yes. Now you know all that is worth knowing. Let us put this behind us for good. Shadowheart, my darling. All is well, I hope. It can't be. Another vile trick. Moon Maiden, preserve us.
That was me. I hurt them. How?
This was my gift to you. Power is not created. It merely changes from one form to another. Their pain becomes your might. Their suffering furthers your glory. Their names are Arnel Hallerleaf and his wife, Emily. Once, they were among the most fanatical of my sister, Seluna's followers. But for years, they have been here, resisting my embrace, just as I wished them to. Their wrong-headed resolve allowed me to shape you, their daughter. Time to remember.
They're my parents. What have you done to them?
We, Shadowheart. We did this to them together. My power and your will.
Jennifer? Jen, is that you? Why you look so tall?
It's not her, Em. It's just another trick. Another way to hurt us.
It's me! I'm Jennifer!
Jennifer is no more. She never left those dark woods. It was Shadowheart who emerged. This woman gave birth to you, but I made you. I am your mother. A sacrifice is not a sacrifice if it has no meaning. This is the final step. Snuff out the last embers of your old life so that you can finally be who you were meant to be. Kill them. For me. Then I will take the memories away from you again. Loss will heal you, and you will be my right hand at last. Do you remember your training, child? I know you do. All the times you stood in this room, wondering why this pair seemed so familiar. All the times you honed your skills on them. They remember everything. The pain, the pleading, their torturer wearing their daughter's face. End their nightmare. Give them peace. It is done, and done well. They are with me now in my endless dark, and from them you can draw endless power.
I still remember who they were. What I did to them.
No longer. Forget. Forget and rise. You did all that I asked of you. You made one last sacrifice in my name. Now this place is yours to command. And my power is yours to wield, my chosen. Soon a great battle will commence in this city, and you shall lead my forces to victory. Now go forth.
Whatever happens, we love you all the same.
We never stopped. Thank you, Moon Maiden. You let me see my Genevieve, my baby girl, one last time.
Don't call me that. My name is Shadowheart.
You are just lost, Genevieve. Seluna will show you the way home, in time.
My name is Shadowheart!
It is done, and done well. They are with me now, in my endless dark, and from them you can draw endless power.
I still remember.
No longer. Forget. Forget and rise.
It's done. This place is mine now. Shah's forces are mine when I need them, and her power, it's right at my fingertips. I can't believe it. Sacrifices. My final test, whoever they are. A rather meager offering to the Dark Lady. But it's not my place to question her. It's time we left. We're not finished with the Absolute just yet. Only now, Shah's forces are mine to command when the battle comes. Don't be ridiculous, I never knew my parents. Whoever these poor wretches were, they're strangers to me. It's time we left. We're not finished with the Absolute just yet.
No one stopped me yet.
The final sacrifice has been made. I am Lady Shah's right hand now. It has all been worth it. Every step, every trial, every drop of blood. That's a question that could take a lifetime to answer. Lady Shah's followers are my responsibility now. I will need to guide them and root out any heresy that Viconia sowed. But all that must wait for now. The Night Singer's Church cannot thrive if the Absolute isn't stopped. When the time comes for the final battle, Lady Shah's faithful will be ready. Until then, we should continue to do what we must.
Still alive, so that's progress.
The final sacrifice has been made. I am Lady Shah's right hand now. It has all been worth it. She is alone and powerless. Lady Shah has denounced her, and her own followers have abandoned her. Perhaps she will come to regret her survival, but either way, I don't expect to see her again. That's a question that could take a lifetime to answer. Lady Shah's followers are my responsibility now. I will need to guide them and root out any heresy that Viconia sowed. But all that must wait for now. The Night Singer's Church cannot thrive if the Absolute isn't stopped. When the time comes for the final battle, Lady Shah's faithful will be ready. Until then, we should continue to do what we must. Shah's blessings upon you. Those that are worth remembering, yes. Lady Shah is ever wise. She knows what I do and do not have to know in order to be her most loyal, most effective servant. My training knowledge, my experiences, my will and faith. Everything I need to be leader of the cloister. Anything that's missing, well, I can't miss what I can't remember. I have all I need. You've been with me all this time. You know exactly what I've sacrificed to achieve this. I had hoped you'd learn to not try and sour my relationship with Lady Shah, but clearly not. Let us speak no more of this. What in life isn't? I consider myself blessed to have a goddess guide my very mind. Of course. From the first time I laid eyes on you right until now. That's all safe. I wouldn't surrender even a moment of it. Not as much as I am. My whole life has been leading up to this. At last, I've become who I've always meant to be.
Better get to it.
Even a Githyanki cannot resist the Sharan arts of interrogation. This is how Viconia learned of the astral prism and sealed her own fate. Seems so familiar. So that mirror I saw can steal people's memories, including mine.
Her chosen vessel.
This is the Night Singer's will. I'll live to serve.
I'll give it a try.
Shadowheart? I wasn't sure if I'd ever lay eyes on you again. It's me, Nocturne. Do you remember?
You recall the memory Shadowheart recovered by eating the noble stalk. This must be the person she remembered.
I remember you, but you're different. Very different. I used to call you something else, didn't I?
You did, but that's not who I am now. I remember the other initiates used to tease you about your name, the one you chose to honor Lady Shah. They were attacking who you were. I never found it funny, but I wasn't quite sure why. Eventually, I realized it was because I wasn't happy with who I was. I couldn't keep going like that. But seeing how you fought on, I realized that I didn't have to. From then on, I was Nocturne. It wasn't easy, but everything started to make sense. I could breathe.
It's a beautiful name. Suits you well.
Thank you. Picked it myself. But enough of that. I can't believe you're back.
I've been trying to return here as long as I can remember, which admittedly doesn't amount to much.
They whispered it was a suicide mission. This search for the artifact you were sent on. Some even thought it was the Mother Superior's plan alone, and not Lady Shah's intent. It seems the Whispers were right on that last part. At some point, she confused her ambitions for the Night Singer's will. But no matter. You rule us now. What comes next?
I wish to know more. There must be all sorts of things you can tell me. Little things from my past, lost to Lady Shah's embrace.
If you wish it of me, of course, my lady. I work as the quartermaster. Come see me whenever you wish.
Killing one's parents can be an important rite of passage, a usurpation of their place in society. Though she does not remember what she has done, the child Shadowheart became a proud woman today, and a strong leader.
Let's hope Shadowheart's actions do not return to haunt her. I know they would haunt me.
Minsk has seen much of evil's ways. Enough to make him angry. To make him want to clutch at evil's throat and wring justice from it with his bare hands. But never before to make him feel so sad. There is no justice in this. None at all.
Boo is overjoyed with our victory. Another den of evil vanquished, and an old foe defeated. Well, Viconio was a friend for a short time beforehand, but then a foe once more. Yes, Boo, a most wicked witch. The very mention of her name gives him nightmares to this day. Do not be afraid, Boo. She is not here. And you, bite your tongue until your eyes water and your hairs curl. Boo! Do not listen! Our friend has lost her mind!
All hail the mighty Sharon. Aglow with some victory she cannot even recall. Shadowheart's choices are her own, but I bear no small blame. Viconia should have been rooted from the city years ago. First the Absolute, then a reckoning. We can have our reckoning over the rubble afterwards.
Shadowheart's chosen her loyalties. Good. It is always best to know where one's allies and enemies stand.
I'm almost tempted to tell Shadowheart what she did, to see if I can jog her memory. I doubt Shah would take too kindly to anyone meddling in her little project, though.